Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. Today, we are presenting webinar on personal branding organized by Applied Science and Humanities Department of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University. The main agenda of this webinar is how to promote yourself, which is a unique combination of skills, experience, and personality that you want the world to see you. It is the telling of your story and how it reflects your conduct, behavior, spoken and unspoken words and attitudes. I, Vaishali Nathwani, would like to introduce today's guest speaker, Shalini Subramaniam, who is the digital marketing trainer, a corporate trainer, and a personal branding coach from Malaysia. From an engineer to an entrepreneur, Shalini inspires many to live the life of their dream. She holds a special interest in entrepreneurship and women empowerment. After working as a project engineer for around 7 years in one of the renowned oil and gas company in Singapore, she left the job to start her own business. She is now running corporate training and online coaching business focusing on social media marketing and personal branding to guide business owners thrive and grow sales via online platforms. She has trained over 500 early stage entrepreneurs in social media strategies and personal branding in various parts of Malaysia, Australia, and the United States. Recently, she has featured in Marketing in Asia and recognized as LinkedIn Rising Personality in Malaysia. She aspires to encourage millionaires, startup founders to establish a thriving online presence to greatly excel in their business. It's our privilege to welcome you, ma'am, and you can start with the session.
Thank you so much for the amazing introduction, Madam Vaisali. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, before that, good morning, and I hope you're having an amazing day. I heard from Madam Vaishali and also Mr. Hemal that you guys are all here students from different faculties, and I would love to actually know what is your background first before we actually start this online session today. So if you're watching the replay or if you're watching now, just let me know in the comment section below your name, what you're doing, and also what do you want to take away from this session today. And I can actually see the comments as well. If you are there, just leave a comment. If you're watching the replay as well, please do so that I will come back and I can communicate with you today after this session or even tomorrow. Okay, so for people who are watching now, thank you so much for joining this session. So let me share my slides. So before I start this session, I would like to let you know that, let me see. Okay. I hope everyone can see the slides. Yeah. So I just want to let you know that this is not like a training, but it's more about me, more like a workshop where I'm actually interacting with you. So I don't want to be the only person who's talking. I know maybe not many people are watching now, but even when you're watching the replay, I would like to interact with you. I would like to see how you are actually resonating with what I'm presenting. So it's actually two-way communication. I would like to know what are the questions that you have throughout this session. So don't be shy to ask me any doubts that you have even during the session itself when it's happening. So let me know in the comment where you're joining from. Hey, good morning Hemal. Okay, thank you so much for joining in. So introduce yourself, tell me where your background is, and I would like to start this session by actually asking you, have you heard about the term personal branding? Have you heard? I'm not asking, do you know the meaning of personal branding? But have you heard the term personal branding? Say yes in the comment section or no if you have never heard it. If yes, let me know in the comment section. Okay, say yes if you have heard the term personal branding before. So before I actually move on to the slides itself, like you will be asking, who am I, right? Who am I? Why she's here? Why she's doing presentation? Just like what Madam Vaishali already present about me, I'm actually an engineer who turned into an entrepreneur. I'm from Malaysia, and I used to be, I'm still a mechanical engineer, but I am no more in that field in terms of working. So I used to be in an oil and gas company back in Singapore, and I was working there for like 7 years. But even during that period of time, I've shown a really good interest in entrepreneurship itself, starting my own side businesses, and then looking into how I can go into full time. And after 7 years, I thought that's the time for me to actually do something that I truly love rather than working for someone else. And I found that if it is not now, then I'm not going to do it anytime soon. So that's why I took my leap of faith and I did it anyways. And I wouldn't say that it is shines and rainbows all the time. There are a lot of ups and downs, during this period of time. But embracing it is what making it truly an entrepreneur. Because if you are looking into venturing into entrepreneurship after your studies, so I just want to give you a heads up that it's never going to be a easy journey. Something that it's not something that everyone can take part. But if you're truly passionate and have the energy to pursue what you dream of, then definitely look into entrepreneurship when you are ready. Okay, so that's about myself. And at the end of today's session, what are you going to get? What are you truly going to get? Truly you are going to learn by the end of this session is for you to define your own personal branding so that it can help your future career search. So people have perception that personal branding is only for people who are in different in corporates, people in a certain industry, influencers, people are well known like Elon Musk or Gary Vee. All those people are the ones supposed to have a personal branding. But it's strange now that each and every one of us have an obligation to have our own personal branding. I'm going to talk about it why. But if you're missing the boat now, then you're going to be staying at the back. Or if you are not going to move forward now, that means you have to catch up faster in order to be in front, so that people can recognize you as someone that they can hire you in the future. So making sure that you can define your own personal branding and how you can showcase that personal branding to people will actually help you to find the future career that you want. So I'm actually seeing some comments coming in. So I see Rana join. Hey Ayush Moody, I have Girish Mahil here, Harish, right? Yeah, Harish there. So thank you for joining the live session. Okay, so I was just talking about myself, introducing myself, and also what would be the outcome of the class today. Okay. And before I actually start this session, like I say, it's going to be a very interactive session. So I'm not going to be the only one talking. I want to make it very interesting. So grab a piece of paper and pen, or even just your phone. If you have your phone, go to your notepad. Okay, go to your notepad because we're going to be doing a small exercise over here. Okay, let me see. Okay, so the first exercise is, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? What do I mean by that? What kind of qualities that you have within you? Are you someone very hardworking? Are you someone very friendly? Are you someone who is very outgoing? You are a very energetic person. What are your qualities? And that would be both your strength and also weakness. Okay, I'm going to flash another word file to you to make it easier for you to find some qualities that you have. I asked a question out of the moon, and you might be thinking, what are my qualities? You might take some time to really know about yourself. So let's see. Let me share another word file where you can actually go through some of these strength that you might have. So for example, you might be someone who have a very, very good faith in something. You may be someone very bold. You're someone, appreciate happiness. You're someone who's very honest. You have inner harmony. So all these things are the good stuff about you. So I'm only talking about the good stuff here. So what you are, seldom, very usually we don't really look into what are we good at. As a human, we always look into why are we so bad in a certain things, rather than looking into, oh, I'm good in this. Or even judging people, we used to judge people, oh, he's so bad in this, he can't do this, he's like that and like this. But why don't we tell a good stuff about them? So we are looking into how we can find the strength within us in terms of your qualities, your characters. What are your characters? And in order for you to find that, maybe sometimes you won't even know. You won't even know what is my character. But someone else can tell you. Someone else can actually, someone that's close to your family members, your very close friend, you might have actually heard from them saying that, hey, you are a very hardworking person, I really like it. Or they say that, hey, you're a very responsible person. So all that little thing when they say about you is actually represents who you are. That is your character. And it's very important for you to aware what is your character is, because that's what you're going to display. That's what you're going to show to the people around you. I'm not talking about your family and friends anymore. I'm talking about people outside of your circle, whether it's online or when you are in university, when you're talking to your lecturers or other friends that you're just making. You're actually showcasing the real you. So finding out what is your strength, at the same time weakness, will help you to stay cautious whenever you're presenting yourself in front of people. So what I mean by remaining a little cautious means that when you know what are your weakness, for example, maybe you are someone who judge people very quickly. So when someone is doing something, and instead of saying something good, you always judge them, even though they have done something nice. And what you do is that when you're aware that you have this kind of weakness, you stop yourself. You stop yourself, okay, this is not, I shouldn't be saying this because these are my weakness. I need to shift the way that I speak. So knowing these will help you in a long way, and this is going to help you building your personal branding at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my slide. So tell me about your qualities, your strength, and also weakness. So if you want, you can actually share in the comment section as well. If you're watching, I would love to know what do you think about yourself, so that you can communicate with your friends on the Facebook group here, on your Facebook session here, the live session. Okay, leave a comment, and I might speak to you. I might notice that you have commented something, and I might interact directly with you. Okay, hi Mahindra, thank you for joining in. Okay. So that is the first question. Okay, the second question would be, what were your past successes? Okay, it could be in your school, it could be in your universe. Have you ever taken time to appreciate the success that you have had? There's a question that we always have to ask ourselves. Have we ever stopped and appreciate the success that we have had? Or are you always looking to achieve more and more every time? It's good to dream big, but are you celebrating the little win that you have in your life? And that is where we are looking into today. Why this is important? Because it comes down to your branding itself. Now, knowing what are your successes and as well your failures will actually help you to showcase the right side of yourself to people. So what are your success in your university? Maybe you're a very well-known public speaker. You can speak very well. You have been a certain multiple competitions back in university. Maybe you're very good in a certain sports. Maybe you're a sports person, so you're good. Maybe you're good in golf. Maybe you're good in football. So all those little things that you assume that is not a very huge success is going to help you to know what you're going to tell the world. Your success is what you're going to tell the world later when you're branding yourself. And I'll come down to that later. So taking time to list down what are your success and failures at the same time. Like for example, maybe you have failed in something, but you know that you're not supposed to fail. You know that you can succeed in that. Write it down as well. So finding out what are your successes, it is going to help you to tell the real story about yourself. So figure out what you're good at. Maybe you're good at maths, like I say. Maybe you're good in public speaking. Maybe you're good in communication. Maybe you're good in organizing events. People have said that you're good in organizing certain things. So you have successfully organized a big event in your university. So figure out that. Okay, list down. Trust me, list it down. Don't keep it in your mind. Take a notepad in your phone or take a pen and pencil and write it down. Okay, these are my characters. Ask your friend, okay, this is my character. So what do you think I've achieved in my life? All these maybe 5 years in my university. So what are the things that I have achieved? So listing down that is going to help you in your personal brand to define your personal branding later, which I'll show you in a while. Okay, I hope it's good. If you have any question, post it in the Facebook page. Okay. So what is personal branding? So why I asked you to do all this exercise, because it boils down to your personal brand. So your personal brand is what you build around who you are. So that's what I spoke about, your characters, your personality, who you are as a person. And what are your achievements? What are your achievements, your contribution, your expertise? What are you good at? And how you want to use this, your personality, your expertise, and also your achievements to serve others. Whether you're going to serve others or whether you're trying to attract a certain group of people to come to you, to notice you. Have you seen influencers on Instagram or maybe on certain other platforms that you see, TikTok or Instagram? You will see that they post content in order to attract a certain brand, so that the brand will come and collaborate with them. So that I'm talking about influencer. But you as a student, who are you trying to attract? So finding the right people. So that is the second question. The third question they'll be asking you, who are the right people? I hope you have a clarity on what is personal branding is. Okay, personal branding is who you are as a person. What are your achievements? Okay, celebrating your achievement, your contribution, and who are you looking to serve or attract? Okay. Hi Raj. Hi Pranav. So I have a few more people who joined in. Hi Vivek. Hi. Hi Faiz. Okay. So that is personal branding. Now the third exercise would be, who needs to know about you? So this is the trick here. Now, why are you even branding yourself? Why are you even telling people, look at this success? This is my story. These were my failures. This is me as a person. Why are you telling the world? Why you are trying to share this to the world? Okay, who needs to know about you? As a future graduate, or maybe a graduate already, you want the HR person to notice you. A HR person from a certain industry. Are you targeting a certain industry? So what do you need to know? What do you need to do? Your content strategy or who you are as a person will tally to this person. Okay, I'm going to talk about the content strategy later, but knowing who are you trying to talk to is very, very important. When I'm speaking to entrepreneurs, this is different. Okay, because I'm talking to the students, the points that I'm putting here is a little bit different. So who are you trying to attract? Is a HR from a certain industry. Or maybe you're looking into, okay, I'm not talking about career, but I want to become a speaker in the future. I want to collaborate with certain brands. You're not looking into, you already have a job. But you want to do certain other things. Then you can say, okay, I'm looking for speaking opportunities. So how am I going to showcase myself out there? Would be very much different from you as a student. Okay, so as a student, it's very important to brand yourself depending on who you are as a person, what you have achieved, and directing to the right people. Okay, so this is the third exercise. So the first one is knowing what is your character, your quality is, your strength, your weakness. Second one is, what was the second one? Okay, I'm not remembering that. Okay, your past successes. Because your past successes is going to help you to showcase who you are. Okay, so the third one is who are you trying to talk with. Okay, remember these 3 points when people ask you about personal branding. When someone come and ask you about personal branding, do you think you'll be able to explain to them? I hope you will be able to do that this time, that you have a clarity on what is person branding in a much wider much wider understanding of what is person branding is. Okay, so now moving on. Now this is what I mentioned, the objective. In the objective I said that by end of this class you'll be able to describe yourself. What is your personal branding? Describing what is your personal branding. So what is your name? Okay, this is a very standard template that you can actually write it for yourself to describe your personal branding, statement. Okay, so I would say this is a statement. This statement differs if you are an entrepreneur, if you're in career, if you're an executive. It's very much different. Okay, because you're a student here, I'm saying that, okay, what is your name? Okay, for example, let me pick one of the name here. Okay, so I see Raj Babaria. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Okay, let's take an easier name. Pranav Amin. Okay, so let's say, for example, Pranav Amin. Okay, Pranav Amin is what are the qualities? Okay, maybe you are saying that I'm a very hardworking person. I love automotive. I have a very good interest in automotive, and then you say that I have, what else you can say in automotive fields? Maybe you say that I have collaborated. I love collaboration. I've worked with multiple people to come up with my own innovative module of products. Okay, that's your qualities you're talking about. So despite what are your weakness? So despite being an introvert, for example, if Pranav is an introvert, so despite being an introvert, he has achieved what? So for example, maybe Pranav, you are a very good event organizer. So maybe you have organized multiple events back in your university. You talk about what are the events that you've organized, and then you talk about maybe you have win a certain medal, because you have won a certain competition. Talk about that, and that will actually people will not look into your weakness anymore. Now only your successes will be able to be seen. So that is the second statement. Okay, the third statement is, okay, he is looking to build a brand around. So who is your right people now? Okay, maybe he's looking for a job in an automotive field. So he's looking to build a brand around HRs in automotive field so that he can elevate future career opportunities. Okay, do you get that? So it's because whatever exercise that you did, exercise 1, 2, 3, is going to help you to fill out this person brand description about you. This is going to help you. It is going to help your online presence, whether your online presence or your offline presence. Okay, both. You're going for a networking event. How are you going to showcase yourself to people? Your qualities, your weakness, what you have achieved. Who you in the networking event, there's so many people. Who do you want to particularly go and talk to? So that is the right people that I'm talking about here. So this personal branding statement, don't take it very light. It's going to help you in your online world, and both in your online and also your offline world. So I highly suggest you to please take this seriously, and take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, have a group discussion with your friends, maybe 5 or 10 of you, and start talking to each other, knowing what are the qualities that I have, what were my weaknesses, what I have succeeded. Sometimes we don't even remember, but our friends will. And then come up with your personal branding statement. Okay, I hope that you understand this. It will help you to, if you're looking to start your personal branding online, this is definitely going to help you. Okay, now moving on. Why personal branding is so important now? Like, it has been personal branding, the term personal branding is now very constantly being used by a lot of people, especially online. With COVID-19 impacting the world, everything is changing. Everything is changed into digital. Okay, and I think you guys know that everything is changed into digital, and your digital presence have become so prominent and important now. And as a student, you are no exceptional. You're no exceptional. As a student, you need to stand out among how many people, millions of people graduating each and every year. Now, how are you going to stand out among them? Okay, you might be really good. You might be, I'm a really good speaker. I scored the highest in my last term. I'm the best student in my university. I'm definitely going to get what I want. But that is not going to be the case, right? That's not going to be the case. You might be the best student in your faculty, but if no one knows you, no HR actually notice the capabilities that you have, then no one is going to hire you. Okay, especially now with the online trends that is coming up. So I'm not saying that go out there and just talk nothing that is relevant to your industry, but I'm talking about you sharing everything that I've just shared just now. Your personality, your expertise, who you can help, who you are talking to. Okay, so if you don't brand yourself, someone else will. So what do I mean by that? Okay, when you don't tell the world about you, then someone is going to judge you. It's same like someone is gossiping about you. That people, oh, he doesn't do this, he's like this. So someone is going to judge you based on what they see. So don't make that custom where people are going to brand you instead of you branding yourself. Okay, and second is you can't wait for people to discover you. That's what I meant by when you cannot just wait that people will come and find you. You're a student, you're competing with thousands, millions of people, who are looking for job. You want to go and, showcase yourself out there that, come and hire me. Look at the expertise that I have. I'm sharing with you. So tell people why they need to come and hire you. And obviously be on top of search engine. Like I say, everything's digital. By having your social media presence, up to date, and having, maybe you might have a website for yourself as well. That is a way of branding. But I'm not encouraging if you're not focusing on your personal brand. Okay, only after you have studied your social media presence that you will have your own website or so on. But even that is going to help your the search in the top in the engine, search engine, Google search engine. So for example, when you go and type your name, okay, go to Google and type your name. Okay, go to Google and type your name. What is going to appear? Okay, look at the first thing that might appear is your Facebook, okay, your Instagram, and also your LinkedIn. If you do not have any other articles out of there, then that's what people are going to see. So making sure, okay, you have to know that now recruiters are actually checking social media platforms. Okay, recruiters are checking social media platforms. So you never know. Now one day they might say in resume that what are your social media account. Okay, end up that you have to give all your social media account to them. So that is very, very important to keep your social media to a certain standard, making sure that it won't ruin your reputation, okay, in the future when you're looking for your career. Okay, I hope that gave you clarity why personal branding is so important. Okay, now moving on. Now the common idea that people have when it comes to personal branding, common idea that or perception that people have when it comes to personal branding is that personal branding is a personal bragging. They think it's a bragging. Why? Like in the first exercise, I told you that you need to go find what are the successes that you have in your back in your uni or in your school, and you're going to talk about it when you present yourself in front of the online or offline world. And when we do that, people think that, oh, this person is bragging about herself or himself. So that is the misconception that a lot of people have. It's not about bragging, but rather you say your personal promoting. You're personally promoting yourself to others. The best salesperson are the person who can sell themselves, in any ways. Sell themselves in any way that people are going to hire them. You should be able to sell yourself to people. And the right people that I'm talking about is the HR people. You're meeting them. How are you going to sell to them? And that's the personal branding statement that you have done before. Okay, so that statement is going to help you when you are bragging about yourself to people. Bragging, promoting yourself to the other people. And the second statement, the second misconception a lot of people have is that personal branding is only for entrepreneurs. Okay, because entrepreneurs are the one need to find clients, need to find prospect for the business. People need to come and buy from them. But that is not the case anymore. It used to be, yes. But like I say, it's for everyone now. Whether you're a student, you're an entrepreneur, you're a mother, you're a father, you are just a stay-at-home mother, even you can have even you need to have personal branding. Have you seen famous YouTubers? They just a stay-at-home mother. They say stay-at-home mother, but they are well known because of the YouTube presence, and that is one way of building your personal brand as well. They share their day-to-day thing. They share about what they cook. They share what their kids eat. It's simple, right? But they're able to build their brand just by sharing their day to day journey, the day to day things that they are doing. And that's exactly you as a student will be doing. And I'll be talking about it in a while. Like, what are the steps that you need to take in order to build your personal brand? Okay, so these are the 3 steps that I personally think very important for you as a student. Now, what is your purpose when you're building a brand? And this purpose attached to your personal branding description that you did just now. Okay, you need to have a purpose. If your purpose is I need a better career, I need to have people hiring me in a certain industry. So I want to build brand that will make people to hire me in this industry. Okay, so have a purpose. Or maybe you're saying that I want to I want to do an exchange studies in a different country. That also can help you if you are building your personal brand. Then you need to reach out to the right people, talk to the right people, share the knowledge, share your expertise in some ways that will capture their attention so that they will come and, make them so that they'll come and bring you to their country for exchange studies. So find out what is your purpose in building your brand and how you want to do it. How you want to do it is usually whether you're going to do online or whether you're going to offline. So now there's no choice. You have to do it online as well. So online, which social media platforms are you going to use? Okay, the best platform now is definitely LinkedIn. Okay, why am I saying so? It's not only for entrepreneurs, but as a student, since you're looking for a future career, your dream career, so it's important for you to have the right channel. So look into exploring LinkedIn to have the right to target to talk to the right people who will help your job search in the future. Okay, so how are you going to do it? So what is your content strategy? Okay, so building personal brand in the end is about your content. What are you putting out there? Whether a written post, whether you're writing blogs, whether a video, or whether it's an audio post, just your voice is going to help you in terms of your content. What person are you? Are you someone who's comfortable with video? Are you someone who can make video? Just pick up your phone and look at your video and say that, talk about you and then share about your day-to-day journey. Are you someone like that? Or if you're not, then are you someone who's good in content writing? Are you someone who can write fluently that is going to capture anyone who reads it? You might be a really good content writer. Okay, think about it. And because this strategy is definitely what you want to actually showcase to people eventually, right? You need to know what is your purpose. You need to know eventually who am I trying to reach out, and by then you will decide what kind of content that you need to put out so that the right people will actually find you eventually, okay, and come to you to hire you or to whatever purpose that you had initially to start your personal brand. So don't take it very light. Like, I want to repeat again that personal branding it boils down to you creating the content. Okay, and content strategy is very, very important when it comes to branding yourself. How you are telling your story with people, how are you sharing your day-to-day things with people, day-to-day activities with people, how you are sharing your failures with people, how you came up after multiple fall down, multiple failures in whatever that you have done. Now, eventually, that is content strategy. And lastly, what are the tips for you to getting started? Okay, if you are getting started on LinkedIn, okay, you have the purpose, you're going to start on LinkedIn, okay, you're going to share a certain content. Now, if you're going to start sharing, you have to remember that you have to be authentic. That means being yourself. what were your strengths, your weakness, what were your qualities that you want to share to people. Because like we all know, we are all a very different people. Okay, each and every one of us have a different fingerprint. So we are unique in our own way. So don't try to be someone else. Always be yourself. Showing your confidence, even though if you think that you don't have confidence. Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, show your confidence even though you think that you are not confident enough. Why? It's because the more you show up confidently, being faking confident, okay, you are becoming one. Okay, have you heard the term fake it until you make it? That actually many times relevant to your own, to your characters. Okay, that means faking your confidence until you are really becoming a confident person. So you show your confidence, whether in your writing or in your videos. Even when I was started, I was not even good in videos. It took very long time for me to get comfortable, to get in front of the camera and share who am I. And the third one is being consistent and showing up. Don't post today and then after 2 weeks you're nowhere. People can't find you anywhere. So being consistent and showing up is very, very important when it comes to building your brand. Okay? Build your professional online image. What do I mean by that? Go back to your social media and find out what are the images that you have on your social media. Is it telling who you are? Is that who you are as a person, or have you tried copying some influencers, trying to be like them? If you think so, delete all the photos and show who you are as a person. Be yourself. Okay, so build your professional online image. Work your speaking skill. Very, very important. Okay, I am not a natural speaker myself. I had to train many years to be at it now, even though I'm not very perfect, but I know that I'm getting there somewhere. So working on your speaking skill is very important, whether you are taking classes or whether you're reading books or just watching YouTube videos to learn. Okay, that's going to help in building your brand. Because you're going to talk eventually, whether it's offline or online, you need to speak to people in order to, show who you are. The voice actually have a very strong reason for someone to actually hire you or someone to work with you. Okay, dress for success. Okay, dress up for success. Where do you see your where do you see yourself in 3 years, in 5 years? And if that's where you see yourself, then look into dressing into your success. Okay, if you're looking into, I want to be a corporate manager in the future, I'm not saying that you need to wear, your suits in your university. But what I mean is that being a presentable, being actually being really presentable in terms of your dressing, because dressing do influence on people when it comes to the first impression. No, when people see you, the first impression, the dress plays a very important role when it comes to first impression about you. Okay, so dress for success. So those are the tips that I have for now for you. Okay. Now here, let's look into a very, very short case study. Okay. Why have this case study is because maybe you're still very confused about what is this person branding. Okay, you're still very, very confused. So I'm going to break down student A and student B. So student A, Malik, and student B is Sonia. Okay. Student A, Malik, he only display the best qualities. Student B, Sonia, she displays both good and bad qualities. Student A, Malik, he's happy with his knowledge level. He says that I'm good. I think I'm happy with everything that I know. But student B always keep learning from people around. Okay? Student A only embraces his success. Student B, she embraced both success and failures because she knows that with failures comes success. She never looked down at people who had failures because she knows that with failures comes success. Now, student A, Malik, share content when ready. Okay, so he wants to make sure that he has a good quality of content, he's perfect and all that. Student B, share content consistently. That means she's showing up even though she feels less confident about herself, even though she feels that she's not very good in her writing, but she still shows up. And lastly, student A doesn't show interest to help people, but student B always looking to help others solve their problem. Okay, you might feel that okay, Sonia might feel that oh, she's just a student. Who can she even help, right? But you never know who you can help. Eventually, it's not about your age, but how much experience and how much you have done that is going to help others. Others benefit from the knowledge that you have. Okay, so think about who is actually taking effort to grow their personal branding, whether student A or student B. Tell me in the comment section below, who do you think is actually taking time to build their personal branding, whether student A or student B? And tell me, who do you want to become? Are you want to become student A or student B? Tell me in the comment section. Even you're watching the replay, I will actually go back and read the message tonight, all the comments tonight. Okay, so I'm not going to give you the answer. I think you all know what's the answer. I just want you to have the clarity on who you are becoming in the future. Now, if you are someone, if you have understood, if you come so far, if you have understood a little bit at least on what I was talking about and what is personal branding and how is it going to help you, okay, how is it going to help you, then take part in this 30 days challenge. Okay, take part, do things and tell people. So what do I mean by that? So personal branding is eventually telling people what you do. Share to people what are you going through each and every day. You're building your brand, you're showcasing yourself. Okay, so in a day-to-day journey, maybe you can choose LinkedIn or Instagram to take part in this challenge. Okay, you can get a group of friends, 5 or 10 of them, and take part in this challenge and support each other to take part in this challenge and start building your brand. And you will see a huge difference in you after the 30 days, and you will fully understand what is personal branding. Even though you don't really know what is the content strategy, but at least you'll understand how to start your personal branding. Content strategy comes later. Content strategy is the quality of your content will come later. Okay, but starting is the struggle that a lot of people have. Okay, that is what you want to combat now, the starting itself. Okay, so do things and tell people. If you want to participate in this challenge, let me know in the comment as well. If you are keen to participate, get a group of friends who will want to participate with each other. Okay. Now, finally, that would be the end of my presentation today. Okay. Thank you so much for listening until the end if you're watching. If you're watching the replay as well, I hope you have benefited a little bit and learning so much about personal branding at the same time. So, okay, come and connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Shalini Subramaniam, and PM me, connect with me, and tell me that you actually watch the the video, the workshop from the university. So you would like to connect with me. Okay, I would love to get to know you more. So, guys, thank you so much. That's the end of the presentation. I hope you have learned enough today. And if you have any question, like I say, reach out to me and, we will take it from there. Back
Thank
to
you so
you,
much,
madam.
ma'am. Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Hello?
Yeah. Thank you, madam.
Yeah. So there are some questions from our end, ma'am. The
Okay.
first, how to monitor personal brand?
How to monitor your personal brand?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are the person who's responsible to monitor your personal brand. So, for example, you have to identify after some time when you have started building your brand, you will start to see perception of people through the comments in your content. Okay, through the comments in the content or when you interact with the people, whether online or offline, and then you will start notice what people are actually saying about you. Okay, for example, when I share content on the people say that, oh, she is someone who is a very good mother, or she is someone who's really hardworking in working for her business. And some people might have perception that, oh, she is very nice to communicate. She looks very friendly, and she looks very how to say, approachable. Okay, so that kind of terms, when people are talking about you, that's when you say, that, okay, I'm in the right track. But when people are started to have negative comments about you, I don't think so I can speak to her because she always argues, or maybe when you say that she's fake, she's not actually telling the truth. Okay, when that kind of things start coming up, that's when you have to be careful and start changing the way you actually portray yourself in front. So eventually you have to be responsible in monitoring what people are saying about you. So your personal brand is your online reputation. So be careful with what people are actually telling about you.
And second is, how can we stand out from a crowd and be unique?
Thank you, madam. That's a very, very good question. So a lot of people have this question, like, how should I stand out, and be unique? So being unique boils down to you yourself again. Okay, what is the personality that is very much unique to you? Okay, for example, as simple as, for example, right, you're someone who likes to wear hat. Okay, you're someone who likes to wear hat, and your hat is always red in color. And now when people actually speak about you, they will say, hey, who the girl with the red hat? They're going to say the girl with the red hat. They don't know your name, but they're going to say the girl with the red hat. Or, okay, maybe you're always wearing a black jacket. Okay, maybe black is very, very common. Let's say a yellow jacket. Okay, you're always wearing a yellow jacket, and you present yourself when you're online, your photos, your videos, everything. Okay, it's going to be a yellow jacket. And when people speak about it, they're going to say, hey, the girl with the yellow jacket, that is the unique you. It's as simple as that. Okay, you want to stand out is visually, and visually you're going to be appealing, and also in the mind, how are you going to capture the mind of the people at the same time? But at first, it's definitely visually your personality itself. How are you going to capture them? And then later part comes down to your content itself, which goes down to a lot of strategies, which I don't want to speak about it now. But if you're working on being unique, then find out what is the unique self that you can, in a second, you can attract people.
And what are the most important steps to start building personal brand?
Okay, thank you, madam. So, like I said in the presentation before, the most important step is definitely understanding the purpose of building the brand. Okay, why? Because it gives you the clarity of who you need to talk to. Okay, why are you there even building your brand? So understanding the purpose. For example, your purpose is, okay, I want a career in a certain field, or I'm looking for an opportunity, brand collaboration with these certain brands. So when you have that purpose in your mind, then you will know what kind of success, what kind of expertise, how you can showcase yourself, and who is the right people I need to talk to. So that is the basic is knowing your purpose itself. And definitely, please get to write what's your personal branding statement, which I actually spoke about in the presentation. Finding out what is describing your personal branding will help you to get start your journey building your personal branding journey. Thanks, madam.
According to you, ma'am, what should one focus on a starting point of personal brand?
Okay. So, in the starting point of personal branding is all about being consistent and showing up. That is what a lot of people are struggling and lagging, because they fail to see a quick success. So what we want is that once we show up, for example, you're showing up for a week, you want an immediate result. You want people to communicate with you, come back to you, and offer you what you want. But that is not the case. It's going to take some time for people to actually notice you. So being consistently showing up with the right content to the right people is the most important things, definitely, for anyone who's starting up. Starting up, you need to build that community around you, and to do that, you need to be consistent.
Uh, what is the key factor of personal branding,
What
according
are
to you? Hmm.
what are the key what are the key factors? So for myself, I think key factor is you yourself. Okay, key factor is because the name is a personal brand, a brand for you. Okay, so what are you going to tell the world about you? So the key factor is you. So you as a personality, you in terms of your appearance, in terms of your personality itself, when they communicate with you, in terms of the way you write, in terms of how you show yourself in front of a video. Okay, there could be a person A, person B. Person A can be someone who's very soft spoken, you know, very soft spoken, speaks very slowly, but so when you see the video of the person is very soothing. Okay, but person B may be very energetic, always like the fun, very energetic person. So when you see the video, it's always have the very fun elements in it. Okay, so both person is good, but both persons are different, and not everyone is going to like both A, both B. Okay, it depending on our own likability. Are we going to like person A or person B? So that is what you need to figure out. So are you going to be a person A or person B? Finding that factors that is attracting the people that you want to build your brand is going to help you. So the key factor is definitely you. And like I said, being the authentic you. Okay, telling being you yourself in the online. Because for example, if you as a person, if you're a very introvert person and you don't usually share a lot of things to the people, then be frank with that. Be frank with people. Then you're introvert. You're trying something new. You're trying to share more things with people. Ask people to be patient. Maybe the way you speak a little bit different. When I started, I say that I'm not very good in speaking or in a certain ways. So I was really being me. So again, boils down to you yourself is the key factor when it comes to building a personal brand.
And the last one, ma'am. What are the characteristics for a good brand name?
Characteristic of
For a good brand name.
brand name.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so when I'm actually asked about brand name, so brand name, when it comes to company name, a company branding is a little bit different. So what am I talking today is personal branding. So your personal branding, your brand name would be your own brand. Is you yourself. You are your brand name. So people with their personal branding, who is building a personal branding, usually their websites, their social medias are all their own names. And that's what we call it a personal brand. So the best name for your brand is your name. Either you can make it unique. Maybe you think that, like for myself, my name is very common. Shalini Subramaniam is a very common name when you go and look in LinkedIn. But one of the things that you will notice is that I'm wearing a turquoise color. Sorry, yeah, turquoise, yeah, a blue ocean color shirt, and also my profile are mostly had the blue ocean color. Okay, so and I don't see that anyone that have the blue ocean background with the shirt that I'm wearing. So that itself already separate me from the others. Because I'm using my name as my personal brand, I need something else, that can differentiate me from the others. And here comes down to how I put myself out there, how I showcase my content. So my team color is turquoise blue. So I make sure that whatever that I'm showing, my background images, whatever that I'm sharing with people are the same team color that I use throughout my websites, throughout my content on social medias. So that's one way to stand out when it comes to your own brand.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you so much, madam.
It was quite fruitful, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I would like to thank you, the HOD of our department, Mr. Hemal Patel, sir, the HOI of our institute, Professor Jatin Vaidya, sir, and the academic director, Dr. Mahesh Bhatt, sir, and the president of our university, Dr. Devanshu Patel, sir, for motivating and supporting us continuously. Last but not the least, I would like to thank you all the participants who assembled here today for this webinar. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam Vaishali, and thank you, Mr. Hamel, as well.
Yeah.
Hope to see
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.